Hello, supporters, and welcome to Kofi. You're here, so thank you for supporting us. Thank you for supporting the Starcrier conflict. Now we're gonna ramble on about what we've been doing, gush about each other, and speculate wildly about things coming up. It's been a while since we've had one of these after shows. Pretty much this entire slice of life segment we've had since, encountering our first Starcrier on the last mission. We've had a breakup, we've had a marriage, we've had a long delayed reunion with a father figure, with a dad, Shiv's dad, even more of a defection away from Harrison than Tavik already had done. A lot of things we can talk about. Not the least of which being Horus Potato. Actually, I think that's a no. That was just before we introduced that just before the last episode. But there's been a lot of Horus Potato. Been a lot of Spectator. That was the new development, calling it Spectator, which I adore.
Did you see the emoji that I made you?
I did not. I still have to scroll through all of these deranged messages you leave in Discord while I am GMing.
You're welcome.
I'm so
I love it.
it's not distracting to you, and that you get to just enjoy it after the fact.
All right, so where do we even begin? It was quite a packed episode today, really, and we've had a series of pretty packed episodes. I mean, just let's take a look at this entire length of being back on Far Station 12. How are you guys enjoying? Because I feel like this is the first time we've really had a good chunk of time for you guys to live on the station. Before the first mission, it was a lot of just establishing character. Between the first mission and the second mission, there really wasn't much time. And it was a lot of coming down from a lot of the craziness from the first mission. There was the start of a lot of trauma there. And just kind of scrabbling to get back to some sort of normalcy, and then you are shipped away and have to deal with paracalls and nonsense, Starcrier baby. But finally back to the Far Station, where presumably you consider yourself residents and citizens. So how have you guys been enjoying this slice of life?
Been good. It's cool to see, because you get more of the character stuff. You get some really in-depth stuff, and it's cool to see how things develop. Outside of the combat stuff. I love Lancer combat, but I also love having the chance to watch these storylines and where they go, how people change, which I think is great. I think it's integral for any good story.
We've seen a lot of character development since the beginning already.
Oof, yeah. And I felt, especially for this length of being back home, after we went through something that was that intense, and to come back and have a solid amount of time to show how facing that really reflected back into our real lives, making those big decisions, calling my dad or getting married, and the bonds that we're choosing to keep and reforge, because what we're facing out while we're on mission is just that rattling that we need something to come home to. I really like it. It's been a good stretch.
The wedding was awesome.
I love the wedding.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the
cool.
I think that's the big thing we all want to talk about. Really, the wedding episode. We did things before, we did things after the wedding episode, because Q insists on being adorable.
Or horny. It's one of the two.
Or the other.
It's either adorable or horny, sometimes both.
Yeah.
No,
I've known Q long enough now to be absolutely confident in saying that it's just always going to be like that. There's nothing we can do. We just got to accept it.
I will admit that I am often a nervous wreck before my shows, worrying about how much I have prepared, what I'm going to say, how I'm going to, set dressing and whatnot. That was the most stressed out episode of anything I've ever run.
Wait, hold on. So that was more stressful than paracausal entities
absolutely.
trying to eat us?
I understand
That's fair.
paracausal, it's asynchronous nonsense and trauma. I don't understand happy, adorable, romantic wedding times.
Don't worry, I got you. I got you all day, baby.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was overflowing, oversaturated with adorableness.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't wait until the very last minute to finish my vows. It's fine.
It's just like a real wedding.
Definitely can't see Q scribbling on camera as we're getting closer to the vows portion of the day.
Sure can. Surely can't.
Also,
Thank you very much.
I just really want to give some major kudos to Haley for the phenomenal photoshopping skills there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting to see all of our characters dressed up was amazing.
That was
It took
fantastic.
so long.
It was
And-
great.
So everybody was like, so August and Athens were fairly easy because you're looking pretty head on. So I could just find head on like shots of people wearing suits, and like the style was fairly easy to find. Logan's was harder because you had been very deliberate in the color. So I was like, shit, I gotta find the right color.
Yeah, I'm
And then
sorry
I
about
was
that.
hard. Yeah, she was hard because like she's at kind of like a 3/4, and her neck is covered with like the partial of her turtleneck or whatever. And then fucking Tavik.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Be the bane of our existence.
I think I spent more time like coloring Tavik's neck to remove his stupid fucking collar and then put a regular neckline in for the suit, and then also sourcing a white suit at a 3/4 sideways I swear to God. Anyways.
Listen, if ever the response to Tavik isn't fucking Tavik, I'm not doing it right. It's that simple. Tavik is the physical embodiment of extra.
For our viewers, I will link this this image because I don't have it readily available. But I'm scrabbling to see if I can get it.
It's somewhere.
Well,
If you look up
So good.
his fucking collar, you'll probably find
yeah,
it.
no, I found it. I just need to get it into OBS now.
It's
So
so
Incredible.
you got. Stay tuned for that. I'll get it up eventually. But yeah, looking snazzy, everybody, especially Daddy Athen here.
I tried hard
Yeah,
to
no,
find
that-
like a muscular model too.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
you got there for sure. It's pretty fantastic. Like we do look real good.
We dress up nice.
Absolutely. And like again going back to the vows were really great. Like I was pretty happy with mine, and then Jack came behind and did not disappoint. So
I'm glad, because I was in a complete
Fantastic.
fugue state that entire time.
Good.
that's fair.
I wrote about half of what I think I said. I got to the end of that, realized I didn't finish, and just kind of dissociated and
I
From
think
one
that's our
GM
most
to
real
another.
Wedding.
That's how you do your best work. That's just how that
yeah, I
works.
guess.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how most real weddings go, anyways. I've been in multiple weddings, like in different capacities: flower girls, bridesmaids, guests, organizers, all kinds of shit. That was pretty accurate. I feel like that was accurate. Mhm.
Yeah. I've
Pretty solid.
officiated weddings, and it's just how that goes.
Oh, right, officiating that wedding. So
Oh my
out of my
God.
depth. So out of my depth.
So silly.
Nah, you
It's
did
fine.
fine.
Next time you just throw it my way. I've done it plenty of times. I know. I literally can do it by heart.
I love that.
All right, here we go. I managed to get the image up. Look
Hey.
at these beautiful people.
Hey.
Excellent work. Excellent work.
Nah.
I mean, it's great because everyone's just a little off.
just yeah, they all look just a little wrong.
Yeah,
It's
and
the
it's the
right
best
amount of
part.
gank, though.
It really is like you have kids at the amusement park and you're going up to those like wooden cutouts and being like, I'm Buzz Lightyear or whatnot.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. Well, this is what we've been talking about this entire time. So you can pause and take a look at that and really admire the craftsmanship of this wedding photo. But moving on, back with the rest of us. Yeah.
I feel like we should go from the high to the low of the breakup right there too.
Yeah, holy shit.
Obviously the Becca
apparently-
breakup, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, because we're really into that.
Heartbroken about losing
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Right.
I will say, seeing everybody's reactions when I did that was amazing.
Love it. I love it.
So good.
Q, I just want you
Absolutely.
to know, I was actively trying not to laugh when I saw your oops. The fuck is Becca?
we ain't seen her. Who is Becca? Who
And
is
now we
she,
never
though?
will.
Apparently,
And now we never
and now
will.
we won't.
Oh, that's right, because
Mm.
I forgot that you weren't part of the conversation right like there because you were busy being married.
Yeah.
What, you guys don't remember
Oh
Becca?
yeah.
Becca's been with you guys like this entire time. She's been the
Don't
fifth
you
member
fall
of the B
Hydra me,
team.
Jack. I swear to God.
How dare
Just
you?
Have
like
flashback
Gatekeep
to the
Game
Suicide
Master.
Squad.
Yeah.
Right. Mm.
Go back
You know,
and listen
I'm
to the
just-
first episode of the podcast, and Becca is just like part of the squad.
Yeah, she's been there the whole
Yeah.
time. Where are you guys?
Fucking Sam
Was she-
Rice up in
No, I'm not
What is-
standing for
I'm
this
about to
horror
say, what is she
bullshit.
saying, right?
Sure did.
I was about to say the same thing, friend, so I get it. But yes, and then Tavik.
Yeah.
Tavik, how we doing, bud? How's it
Oh,
going?
We're doing great.
Oh,
We're doing
okay.
great. Why wouldn't it be going
Okay.
well?
I mean,
Listen,
you get kicked out of the squad, man.
we ended a relationship. We got blackmailed into dancing. We had an awkward conversation with the ex's parents who we're now in bed with. It's fine. Then we got kicked off our squad. It's not a big deal.
Quietly,
Oh,
so silently, just
No.
like, hey, whoop, hey, you're over there now. Hey, toodles. Toodle
Yeah,
pip.
seriously.
Is that cool with you? Are we cool? We're cool. Great. Okay. I'll
Cool,
take it. No.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
But
great.
hey,
No, you
it's
know,
fine because
it's fine.
you're making eyes at you're making
No.
eyes at Shiv now,
That's
so that's
oh my
fine.
god.
Okay, the fact that Shiv is still the only one apparently who knows confirmed that they're broken up and
Uh-huh.
is yet to spill the beans,
Mhm.
I'm impressed with myself.
That
I
makes it
almost
have
even
let
no-
it
worse.
slip.
I have
Makes it
no
even
faith in
worse.
us making it through this mission.
I cannot wait for the Shiv Lisbeth rivalry.
Oh my god, stop.
No, Jack, it's gonna be worse than that. They're gonna be friends.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is so much worse.
Ugh. Twisted, absolutely twisted.
I love that there is just this wonderfully concerted effort to make Tavik suffer. It's great. Poor
Yes, but you
baby.
ask
He's
for it
already
so
space
often.
haunted. He's already space haunted. They don't need more.
Big question:
Let
what's
my-
more haunted, Tavik or the moon?
Oh,
Oh
that's
damn,
tough.
Tavik for sure.
This-
Tavik,
Yeah, you're right. It's probably
Yeah.
Tavik.
Yeah, bitch woke up with oil in his bed. What?
Yeah, like
Just full on Phyrexia and we're done.
I got so many questions about that.
Yeah, you and me
good
both.
Gods, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just
I
like,
thought
hey,
about pressing the matter, but then you were
Yeah,
like,
well, it's not like I have the opportunity to explore it either because he's not just gonna be like, yeah, y'all, this is weird. There's like oil here. Why don't you help me out? No, he's not gonna just no. So
Yeah,
I
because
have to
he's a
just be
proper
like, well, this is weird. Fuck it.
I will say though that like there's a very small part of me that just had this like mental image of this like deranged little grease monkey, like just like face pressed against like the glass kind of thing.
It's
So good.
it's a D&D boglin. There you go.
Oh
my
yeah,
yeah.
there you go. No. See, part
Just
of
you
me
have
wanted to-
so much trauma and negative emotion. You have spawned a boglin into existence
Yep.
to cry
There we
oil
go.
Oh wow.
above your
I
bed.
just coated in oil for
wrong
some reason.
universe. We're making it happen anyway.
For sure.
Oh
I
my god.
I was tempted to like before we ended have him try and analyze the oil, but you know what? He's got so much going on right now. I don't think he's even convinced it's real yet.
That's fair. So my current theory is that you're sleepwalking, which I didn't think you could do in cryo, but you're doing weird brain things. So who knows? Who's to say? Because you had it on your hand, and then it was on the screen. So maybe you wanted a nice, a late night snack in your 7 years.
What?
Okay. Or hear me out here.
Snack.
Someone snuck in, did the thing, and just held his hand for a little while.
He could use it. He could use it.
You know, he'll never
What
admit it,
if-
but yes, he needs a hug real bad.
What if Tavik is turning into a Starcrier?
Oh no, thank you though.
That would be
But
horrifying.
actually,
Don't
Yeah,
start
actually, no,
getting
thank
too Jack's
you.
making faces. Stop
I am,
it.
Don't like that.
I am staring at Jack's reaction. trying to-
That's got me concerned now. Now I'm worried.
Why did you do that?
What? No,
Why
hang
did you
on.
do
I
that?
wanna wait. Before we
dead
get to
man
that, because
tooth
we'll get to
thing,
that.
it was
But why would
gross.
you? Yeah, why would you put that into the universe?
Yeah.
Because
Why would you put that energy out there?
yeah, where?
You put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you put that evil on
Reaching
me?
for a fight for a couple of episodes, guys.
See, that's what it is. You're looking for an excuse for us to get in a fight. I get it.
No,
I-
not really.
I'm pretty
I'm just
enjoying the idea that Tavik actually gets up in the middle of the night when he's supposed to be sleeping and eats real food. And it was actually like something from the kitchen that was
It's like
Oh,
it's like meat grease. It's
Yeah.
not like oil.
Right.
grease.
Yeah.
he gets up and makes like a big fat burger.
I'm telling you, a late night snack. He was like, boom,
Okay.
you know what? The paste just isn't hitting. What can I have? Let me get a little burger real
I
quick.
love
You're
this
right.
version of Tavik.
That
Oh
is
my God.
actually. He's not taking the break up
Probably a
well.
lot of joy.
He's actually eating real food.
Eating his feelings. He's never had feelings before. Now he's eating them.
Oh no.
It's like, oh my god.
I think that is
It's like, oh my
honestly
God.
like the most believable theory.
Tavik only has 6 abs now, really letting himself go. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's horrifying. Don't even suggest that. Oh,
Wake up one day and there's like Kaiser roll seeds like all around. It's just like
That would be Tavik's worst nightmare.
my God.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yes,
Like taco wrappers like everywhere. You like wake up with like
Yes.
stomach on your chest.
it's the Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball. See,
yeah.
Which we also
It's like,
referenced today.
oh yes, yes, we did.
It's already gone so far off the rails.
I have no idea
What
what we're
rails?
talking about.
You had rails?
You know,
There were
I will
rails?
say like
That's so
I-
silly.
I will say something that I'm really looking forward to diving into more is what the fuck is the box that was in my room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I snuck
Yeah.
that past you guys.
I completely forgot about that. I'm so sorry. That's so good. Yep.
That was
I
too
specifically
good.
wrote a note regarding it, and I'm pretty certain I have the date right. It's
There's
46
lots of stuff like because God, it's been so long. Because
Yeah.
there's also the tide,
Yeah.
the wave, the
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the best part about this though is that like, I know like there's definitely still a mystery. There is stuff that you guys are all going to be finding out in real time, and I'm going to be learning about it too. But I know something's coming.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's not
What?
helpful. That doesn't
What the
instill
fuck
confidence.
That's not
Hey,
fucking obvious.
hey, Ajax, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
What's up, bud?
Don't act like you
You
all
can't-
don't have secrets.
You can't prove that.
It's just
got no
Taviks are the ones
secret?
that are getting aired out in front of everybody, and everybody just thinks I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't think I have any currently. I think mine got exposed pretty quickly, but that's because fuck it, we ball.
Funny with ball
It's
like
like,
it.
I got a whole ass man at home. Oops.
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 Oops, he says after marrying.
Yeah, for sure. Next is what, like a dog? Probably a dog.
All
That
right.
seems like the next
Well,
step.
I mean,
It's curious.
technically, you can. Yeah, I was gonna say technically, if you work, I know you're already working with IPSN, but if you work with SSC, it'll be real easy to get a kid.
True.
Yeah,
Oh, that
they're
would
all
be
about
so
that.
I
Ooh,
feel
little
like that was
brown,
a yikes comment.
little brown skinned baby with red hair. That's gonna be so cute. Oh my god.
All kinds of optional add-ons like
Yeah.
gills and extra knuckles
Gills.
and fingers. And
Night vision.
yeah.
Why does
I
he get
thought we
7
went from
fingers on each
cute to
hand?
nightmare. Just
Like
We
I
don't
said,
talk-
it's what I know.
You know what? And that's fair. And you've said that. You've always said that. I get that for sure. Right. So rails. You mentioned rails.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. We've been in a hot air balloon this whole time at the whim of fate, so
Yeah.
Right. We're about
Just
halfway to Oz at this point.
Oh,
It's
truly.
fine.
all right. Yeah. Let's see. We talked about the wedding. We talked a little bit about the breakup. Something else I was woefully unprepared for, a breakup that didn't go terribly, terribly wrong.
I mean, yeah, sometimes that happens.
Just so
Yeah,
respectful.
yeah.
Let's see.
I think it went as well as it could go.
Yeah, as well as I can imagine it going.
She didn't like hate you, so that's good.
No, I mean she did get me kicked off what was my squad, but it's fine.
I mean, it
Or
was
no.
her squad.
Girl
Yeah, but then it
boss.
was my squad.
Yeah.
I still I love the fact it's just like, oh shit, we got Tavik in the divorce.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Were you expecting a different response than what you got from us?
Hey,
I
I
mean,
love that. What?
Oh,
Go
No,
for
go
it.
ahead.
Nope.
The only person I respected a different response from was Athen. Oh no, and maybe Shiv. And maybe Shiv.
Two missions together at
That
this
was-
point. Like, and the thing is, we've agreed, respect on each other's skills, hate each other's personalities.
100%,
That's
yeah.
fine.
and that's you can't really do much about that.
Take time.
Yeah. Give it time. We'll find more ways to hate each other.
I was gonna say now that we're stuck with
Or other things to connect about. Like
While hating each
tacos.
other? Like tacos? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
well,
That's
tacos.
season 4. Season 4 Tavik eats a taco.
There you go.
Listen,
That's what happened.
the day you eat food is gonna be so good,
You know
or
what it
so
is?
sad, or
So
so
it's-
sad. It's gonna be one of the two.
So
It's gonna be like one of those like time like stops moment, and he
Oh my
just like
God.
he gets to like he takes like a bite of a taco, then the universe ends. kind of
Everything
situation.
goes into slow
Yeah.
motion. We just get the extra zoom in of the taco getting to his mouth, no sound, and just crunch.
shit.
and then
And
Tavik goes
black.
Mm,
There we go.
The
yeah,
end of the
or it's,
series. We can't do
or
anything.
it's like sad shawarma. Go ahead, Lon.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like sad shawarma scene, just minus one person,
Mm.
because I imagine that's what's gonna like that'll sell it for you trying food. But anyway, what were you saying?
Oh, no, you encapsulated it perfectly. You got it.
Incredible, fantastic,
So,
I love it.
Wrapping that up, so we're not, I mean, we could be here all night. There's a lot to talk about.
Could be.
But put a little bow on that. Let's transition to the next heart-wrenching event that we had in this stretch of time.
Oh right,
Uh-huh.
Siobhan,
the other big one.
Yeah.
20 years of
Yeah.
missed calls from Dad, and
What
finally,
was that noise? Andy, what was that noise?
My
so
soul. I'm so sorry. I know.
Amazing.
He's fine. Sorry. Yeah, no, that was heartbreaking. Sorry, we're laughing about it. I'm fine.
you are the emotional thermometer for this show, Haley.
It's so interesting knowing that. I've become so much more aware of my face since it's been mentioned, and I'm like, yes, good. But yeah, no, it was really intense. It felt like the right moment. It wasn't something that I intended to do. I mean, I guess this isn't even early, but I didn't intend to do it like nowish, I
Mhm.
guess. I felt like it would be a longer problem.
Mm-hmm.
But after the issue with the Starcrier, and then specifically seeing Athen interact with his mentor, I was like, shit.
Mm.
I should probably say something so that in case, like what we're coming up with now, something like Dressful happens again where I have to be gone for so long, I don't have to have the nagging feeling of, wow, a whole nother decade and a half has passed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would also like to point out that once again, we got the 1-2 punch of Ajax and Haley. Like, one scene from Ajax with the good vibes,
Mhm.
the good feelings, the strong punch, and then there's
Yeah.
Haley just going, yeah,
Right below the belt, basically. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I paste these
You gotta
things on
stop doing
purpose.
that.
Yeah, don't mind me
I-
almost getting us fucking court-martialed or anything like that. It's fine.
Yeah,
Well, that's okay.
actually.
You're not the one who's gonna end up getting us court-martialed, right, Q?
Yeah. Cute.
Right, Q?
Mr. No
Hold on,
Secrets.
this feels very pointed. I don't understand why.
Oh, it should, because it is. It's 100% pointed.
That's weird. No, that doesn't seem right. I didn't do anything.
But
It's like,
Thank you.
a really
I
nice,
needed this. It's very hot.
Unbelievable.
a really nice juxtaposition between Haley supporting, or I should say, Siobhan supporting Logan with the pre-wedding, not jitters, but anxiety, I will say. That was a beautiful scene. Reversed with Logan helping Siobhan get herself ready to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that felt really good. Having those kind of bookend moments, especially because I think we did at least one thing that carried over between the two of like being supportive, which is a fun little thing that I've noticed that we all kind of do as a group is we'll see one thing and we carry it over to other scenes. Like the triangle breathing that I did for Logan that Logan then did for Morgan.
Morgan.
The one step forward comment that gets like carried on every once in a while, and I love that too. So it's one of my favorite things that we as a group do as like a show of us being so entrenched in each other.
We see the threads and we're like, yeah, no, I got you. No worries.
Yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
carry that.
Yeah.
It's good chemistry. It really is.
Absolutely. This has been a fantastic crew. Even with Tavik, it's getting better.
I was just about to say that I feel like one of the things I've really been enjoying with Tavik sort of starting to people a little bit more is getting to sort of have more of those like reactive scenes with everyone and getting to have more than just that very surface level butting of heads that a lot of the beginning was.
Yes. Oh my God. And we didn't even talk about the decon, like the thaw. Yeah, like we were in the hospital. Like it was the start of us actually making progress and then immediately losing it for reasons that were understandable on both sides, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it was an inevitable situation to lash out in, right?
When I stuck 5 paranoid, traumatized people in an empty room together.
Right, exactly. And like, let's be very clear, with like not just trauma based off of the Starcrier, but also like past trauma. Right, because Logan, not really a big fan of hospitals and being in hospital rooms. You know, last time he did that, he didn't have a leg anymore. So, yeah, exactly.
I still remember the moment where Tavik did like the full like psychoanalysis of Shiv. And the thing is, like, it was one of those, like, it was so well done. I got mad. Like, it was about to be like, all right, Tavik, time to lose some teeth.
I appreciate that. Go.
I was I guess we're gonna fight now.
Well, it was one of those moments where, like, obviously, I think I think that as much as like Athen and Tavik have that very clear, obvious, like aggressive tension, I think that Shiv and Tavik have like this very, very unique but significantly deeper, just like core issue that pushes against itself. Inevitably is just like the biggest of the issues Tavik has with anyone in the group, I think. And it gets underplayed a lot of the time, or it's not underplayed, but it's subtle a lot of the time, whereas it's very loud with Tavik and Athen. And so it was very much that oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I will say though that like the hospital scene like really makes me appreciate the ever-loving hell out of August, just for being like a much more grounded person as a whole. Like, I really feel if it was not for Solitaire and Desperado, I feel like we would have killed each other. We all would have killed each other. Like the rest of the three of us would have murdered each other already.
Yep.
100%.
Because just like for Tavik, it was that moment where like he sees Logan panicking, and for them it's like he's seen things like this before he came here, right? He grew up with soldiers. He grew up with people who have been through shit, and he's like, okay, I clearly need to do something here. We just recently had the conversation about like my job is to make sure y'all don't die. My job is to get y'all home safe. That's what I'm here for. And there was the moment of connection almost between Tavik and Logan, and so there was very much that desire to be like, I need to provide some kind of security and safety for Logan there, and
even
then
that
to get.
Right.
Well, because
correctly. Yeah.
as soon as Logan lashed out, which was totally valid, there's that moment of Tavik tried to do the thing and was immediately admonished for it. So the moment that happened, that's fine. All the walls come back up, the barbs are out, and then Shiv, who he has the biggest issue with, presents an opportunity. It's gonna get taken. There's no way it doesn't. Right. He has to lash out somewhere, and that's the most damage he can do at once.
And I think really in that moment, it wasn't, you weren't admonished for doing that. It was you had in fact provided the safety and like security for Logan to make that kind of statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So it was just one of those like, just gotta let that off a little bit. Okay, we're good. He'll barb back. It'll be fine. Oh, no, now it's a problem. Now it's a whole issue.
Congratulations on the nerve. Great. Good job.
Sure. But absolutely. Now, like, that was very good.
I mean, we can that was a whole extended scene, and we can really dive into that.
Yeah.
But let's not underplay that once again. August coming in, voice of reason, keeping everybody from killing each other. Not the first time. Probably won't be the last.
Oh, definitely not the last.
No, for sure not. Especially now that Tavik is an official part of the team. I'm sure it will happen multiple times.
I'm so sorry that we put all of that responsibility on you, Sean.
It's okay. Half the time, August doesn't know what's happening. As far as like all these interpersonal things, like he's clueless a lot of the time because he doesn't people well. You know, he very.
That gives you such a unique perspective, though, because he has like the least, I guess, emotional stake in like one side winning over the other. He kind of just wants it all to be calm because that's the most easily understood setting.
Exactly. That's how everything works together. It's efficient that way, and it's
right. Which also led to another great conversation, one that Logan and August had later, where we actually had that conversation of seeing the two, because of the two, like of the five of us, Logan and August are the most level-headed most times. Right, but Logan has, the emotions. And he's very much so like, deal with it now, hammer out those details now, resolve the problem, and then you just move on about your day. And August was like, no, we should just everybody be chill. Let's take a step back, think about it. And but yes, now there's that
No, I'm not
understanding.
being logical.
I know. But if we talk it out, we'll get to the logic of it. You just gotta get there.
August is like full right bread.
Basically, yeah.
I just love the lasting implications of that entire scene. Because like Jack said, like it wasn't supposed to be a scene that was supposed to be that played out in like the plan, but then we drug it out. And there's such clear ties that are gonna come back later. Like this better understanding between the two of them. And I know for a fact Shiv's being so chill about Tavik these days. But the moment he steps a toe out of the emotional line, you better bet your ass she's gonna snap back real hard.
Oh yeah, because that's not a loaded gun on both sides for sure.
No.
Right.
But also like all of these like other moments too, like Logan and Shiv in the hospital too also had moments of like kind of going back and forth and getting back into like that rhythm that friends do, where you're like something crazy just happened, we need to reestablish the normal, and like having those things and like.
It's like, I see you doing goblin things, right?
What do you mean Athens just being Athens? I was actually pretty
Athens
chill
being
during the
Athens.
hospital.
You were. That was the thing, is you were being pretty chill until you were provoked, and so essentially there was like that, and then there was also like it was absolutely coming from a place of kindness is the way I read it, but like him kind of like poking Shiv into being crazy, and I was like, yes, yes, feed me, yes.
Yes, while Logan's like, no, don't do that. I see you going into goblin mode. We don't want that right now. Stop
See,
it.
and that's an ongoing thing that pops up a lot in like really small increments, where it's like gonna do the goblin thing, and Athen is like do the goblin thing, and Logan is like, listen, let's take a second, let's think this through. Don't do the goblin thing, and like
don't do that.
Right, and I think this episode actually had a really cool moment of contrast where Logan's not there, and Athen is like, do the goblin thing, and Tavik's the one who steps up and is like, listen, don't do the goblin thing. And
this
just
is
completely, shut up, Tavik.
Leave you alone for 5 minutes.
I will like I feel like just when it comes to Shiv every once in a while I've gotta be, it's like I'm gonna jump off this roof, do a flip.
Yeah.
That's the entirety of their relationship.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's such a great descriptor for it.
God, so Logan's the angel on your shoulder, and Athen's the devil. That tracks. That makes sense.
I want to point out this is like the first time I've played like a full-on enabler in character before. I'm normally the voice of reason in a group,
and we cherish him.
And
so
there
much.
is no character more capable of being thoroughly enabled as Shabbat.
Shiv is the epitome of a big red button pusher.
Yeah,
Put a button in front of me, I'm gonna push it.
If there's a button, I feel like you're just like slowly just like raising your finger like the whole episode, and then it's like everybody else is like shoving it down, and I'm just like raising your other.
Logan's like, Shiv, no, stop it. Don't.
No, you're the cat that's pushing the thing off the edge.
Yes.
Nope.
No one's paying attention to your tail.
So, I mean, we could have had a whole episode just on the isolation scene of the last episode. But this is a good transition. I know we're pushing this one. We have a lot to talk about. I'll go as long as you guys want. But that's a good transition. We've been alluding to our resident goblin cat. I love that term. We've been alluding to the goblin for a long time now. Obviously, it's been the picture of Buddy even before the license level 2 unlocks. But now you finally have your goblin.
I'm so excited.
sad I missed,
The outside matches the
missed
inside.
it.
It
It's
does.
true.
I know you missed it. It was really sad.
It's okay.
Sorry. See it in action.
I have
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I have a lot of fun thinking about how I can introduce the goblin license levels?
Yeah, no, because I am planning on probably taking it every license level. I'll be honest, I've been looking it over and I really like it. Also, I don't know if I would be able to comprehend mixing the goblin with literally anything else because it is so complex on its own.
Well, you're gonna have to. It's
Well,
only 3 license levels.
Yeah, you've
You
got
got
2
one
of the 3
left.
already.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Look, just get a gun that doesn't exist that you get to hit anybody anywhere, basically.
That's true.
Okay, there's a lot of nonsense you can do with the Omnigun and the autopod.
We can
Yeah.
we can do mech building
We're
at
making a
another
theory
time.
later.
Yeah.
No, but I'm super excited because I just the Horus stuff has just spoken to me since I looked over the book. And then to have it now, I'm especially excited because like I know there are like, optimized ways of playing the goblin and like using its ability to meta hook and all of that. I'm simply not gonna be optimized. I'm going to backpack with whoever is convenient and whoever I find the most interesting in the moment. I'll probably play favorites depending on what I figure out in game, but I'm very excited.
That's something I will say about Lancer is that the game is really neat in so, and like I've been reading some of the modules and stuff because I'm going to be running it for a friend soon. And one of the things I've noticed that I think is really dope is as long as you have a handle on it when you run it, it's not super difficult to figure out the difference in scaling between if everyone is trying to optimize versus if people are just trying to play to have fun. And that's not to say that there's not other issues with scaling in Lancer that take a lot of work, but I feel like that specific shift is one that doesn't require too much computing. It's all the other stuff that does.
Yeah. Yeah. To that note, I will say it took over a dozen episodes, but I finally condensed 10 pages of information into one nice cheat sheet. So I'll have combat down. I won't have to stop and flip through all of my pages.
Amazing.
So finally,
every time we go into combat, I have like 7 different tabs open. 1 is a cheat sheet, 2 is the actual book itself, 3 is the wiki page for the goblin, and then like there's a bunch of other like recommendations or whatever that I have open, and then CompCon, of course, and Foundry. So every time we do combat, I'm like constantly clicking through things, being like, what do I do next? What am I
and especially like as the goblin, you're gonna have so many options.
Yes.
Not to scare you, but you're gonna have so many options.
So many options. Oh my god. Yeah, no, especially now that I know a bit more about Lancer 2 and like how it works and more what I want out of what I'm doing. It's gotten a little easier to figure out exactly what I want at license levels. So pretty stoked.
I just need one more to be just an absolute menace.
well,
Need one
let's
more level check.
again, we'll hold off on mech building. One, because I'm excited to see where everybody takes it and be able to present it on the show, and 2, because we'll be here for the next 6 hours if we all talk about everything
Forever.
for our new toys.
I'm refraining. Just one more guns. Just one more.
Don't you
guns.
already have like 6?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Nah.
fair.
More.
I want a minigun. How many guns?
Yeah, right.
yes.
With this new Horus upgrade, I'm sure you put it together. I hope. The big thing with the Goblin is its core system.
Yeah.
The instinct rig.
Yeah.
Got that. Good. Yes. You have an instinctual understanding of this mech. And I'm going to have a lot of fun with that.
God, you described it so well too. To just be like, oh yeah, you already like know how it all works. I also love the way that it was described for like the difference between like letting the instinct rig do what it's supposed to and just let it be instinctual versus like trying to force it. It was very fun. I just she was gonna obviously try to like look at the code of this thing because how the fuck do you code instinct? Like what? It's fascinating.
We'll see if that makes any more sense than the manual.
I know, right? I was thinking about making a joke at Tavik about the manual being like, oh, I guess it doesn't like you. But then it was also
what, you
confusing
can't read
for
this?
me, and I was like, yeah, come on, it's easy, look at it. And then I was like, oh no, it's hard to read, never mind, I won't say anything.
Missed opportunity.
Truly.
No, I am really excited for everybody's new license levels, but Horus license levels just have so much flavor potential to really dig into. But everyone's got some real cool stuff, and I think my biggest disappointment in myself really for the last couple episodes was that that last combat exercise we did. I was still so disorganized with combat. And still really trying to refine how to balance combat in this game because it's a challenge.
It's hard. It's very hard and the thing is like I have tried to run Lancer quite a few times doing like my own stuff, and I feel if I try it again, I'm just gonna try one of their like pre-written things because I really do feel like the guidance that's in the book is not the best. Lancer has a lot of fun components. But I know that I've personally really struggled with like running this game before, and the balance is the big part. Like even following like their guidance on like throwing in like one ultimate per 4 players or something like that, they still took them apart. Like it was nothing.
Yeah. So one thing that I found that has helped me get a really good grasp, I feel like, and again, I haven't run it yet. I got a couple weeks still, but one thing that I found that has helped me sort of feel like I have a good grasp on balancing around players. On the Discord, on the pilot.net Discord, they have a bunch of like stuff specifically for No Room for a Wallflower, right? And in some of the maps that they have, there are people who made maps that also wrote out how to run combats, which has been really helpful for sort of like clicking how important stuff like positioning is for balance in Lancer, because that's something that I think is really important in a lot of games that are map based, but Lancer it feels like it's super important is that positioning, because things like soft cover, things like hard cover are going to make all the difference versus just like here are the kind of units you want to use. The way the map is set up makes so much difference.
That's the big problem that I have with balancing Lancer. I open up the toy chest and I'm like, these are all so beautiful.
Yep.
all of the different NPC classes. Every time I scroll and I look at them, good. I'm just like, oh man, I can do some nasty nonsense with this.
And then you slap traits on them, and they just get so much more ridiculous.
Well, the problem is, as was pointed out, I'm like, if I put this, and this together, it's going to be ridiculous. And then it's just too many units on the field.
Yeah. Well, one thing...
Or you could try to do what I do, and I had a strong artillery unit that literally got one shot because the player got a crit, rolled a lot of damage, they got blown up one hit.
Yeah.
That was my main damage unit. So much for that.
That's what reinforcements are for.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Reinforcements are a great way to balance that out.
Yeah, I'm not good at running this game, y'all.
Grunts are surprisingly clutch because while conceptually they exist for the sole purpose of like making players feel cool by blowing up a bunch of enemies at once, they can force the players to shift focus, right? Because if you don't take them all out, they're gonna hurt. So one of the things that I've read a lot that people like to do to try and fix the balance sometimes, if you feel like your players are just like breezing through the big scaries, throw a bunch of grunts in there. Not enough that like it's just this nonsense swarm because you don't want combat to get super dragged out, but you can throw a bunch of grunts in there even just as reinforcements, and it can make a huge difference.
Which I was about to respond, but we can go back, and this is another topic just like mech building, we can dive far too deep into, and it's not really the topic of our episodes of our after shows. But I appreciate it, and we can definitely talk some encounter building strategies later. And that might be a different sort of episode we could run. Just Lancer shop talk at some point.
Cool.
But we should probably wrap things up because we've been at this for almost an hour now. But there was something I wanted to bring up. Q mentioned it because it almost did sneak by, purposely or not. Who knows? Riptide.
Yeah. We're going to be ditching that for possibly 15 years.
Yeah. Don't know what that's about.
I'm sure when we get back we will. And we're not going to love it.
And it's already been 4 years since you first saw it, because you first got
Uh-huh.
a whiff of it just before the last mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a guy on it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Had a
Jeff,
guy
actually a question. Is it possible to do research on that while on this current mission?
Yeah, probably.
Like something to keep like tabs on
I mean,
with like a Google search alert?
We'll talk. Again,
Okay.
not after show material, but we'll talk.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Now.
But I hope you can see I am setting up for increasing factional politics as we keep moving on. We got
Yeah.
Riptide.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Spicy.
We got the corporations.
Hawkwood.
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 A new Baron.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my Baron or is there another one?
If by your Baron you mean the one you talk to, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which was
Nice.
also
Tavik being displaced as the Tavik? Weird.
Who he has purposefully not looked into that yet. And I feel like with the 14 years minimum that we're going to be gone, maybe longer, by the time they get back, they're not going to have the opportunity to not look into that anymore. And I'm sure it's going to be real bad.
the off the cuff.
It's
Oh, I
gonna be
thought you
real
were
bad.
dead. Huh.
Uh-huh.
Oopsie. Crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
He's doing so well, and then they're just gonna backslide.
And plenty more. I've put little breadcrumbs out that I won't just fully admit to. Transitioning into, we got a new NPC, a new touchstone that we've actually seen in this last little bit. Our first contact with Jana,
Yes.
John.
which was another instance in which I had something prepared, looked into the camera, and just started rambling.
Vibes.
I
Again,
really
it's
enjoyed
just
playing
the
Jana.
best moments.
I can't exactly recall exactly what I said, but I remember I really enjoyed being Jana.
Hey, don't forget my new friend Sam.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Sam.
because Sam is definitely her name.
Yup.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
For sure.
But yeah, Jana, because I think I asked most of the time about how you enjoyed the way touchstones and NPCs were portrayed. What did you think about Jana and that interaction thing she had to say?
That was good. I think that came off really well and really how I kind of pictured it.
Glad.
So I think that was really good. The characterization and stuff, I like that a lot, and I think it makes for an interesting what's the word I'm looking, reflection of August.
Yeah.
That personality wise, they're really not. Yeah, they're also obviously very different. But it definitely does add like some kind of depth that, at least in the headcanon that is developing, how these two became friends and all this kind of stuff, outside of just we're both stuck in the same orphanage, because they definitely weren't the only people there. So there's thoughts percolating on how that relationship developed, and they came to this point.
Yeah.
So
I really liked, it was one of the first things you said, and you said something along, oh, she's got to be a lot older at this point now, and I went, nope. she's been out living in Near Sea in the Long Rim all this time. She's a couple of years older. You are older than her at this point, and it used to be the other way around.
yeah.
That
That's
was fun to
kinda
play
wild.
around with. Yeah, but she's out in the Long Rim, which is a completely different setting that I have a vague idea of where it is in regards to you guys, very, very far away. But we'll see how that continues to tie in, because I don't know how much you may have caught in and amongst my immersive ramblings. I did throw out a few more breadcrumbs here and there.
Love that.
Yeah, so I do have plans that span the entirety of Union at some point. We'll see if they come to fruition and how long it takes. But for now, we are out in far space, Far Station 12, Rim Worlds, the Diaspora. So I think before we wrap up, we'll wrap up real soon, I just want to hear your thoughts and speculations on working with the Hawkwood Company in this upcoming mission.
Nope.
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 I appreciate this is going to be another one of those times. See, these are the times that are going to bring Tavik and Athen together. Are these moments where they're both just like, fuck no?
Yeah, I don't trust him. I wasn't even there for it. I don't trust him.
Nope.
See, August is of the opinion, because... So, the Starcrier, absolutely terrifying for August. That whole thing was... It was very disturbing for him. So he is 100% willing to be like, you know what? I know I don't like these people. I don't trust them. But that's a resource that could possibly help against that. And I
Right,
would take
use them
any
as human
resource
shields.
No,
I
the
can
idea
grab
of
full
letting,
real good, just saying.
And there's the voice
the
of
idea
reason
letting
again.
them anywhere near any kind of colony is nope.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
But the Commodore was such a nice guy.
Oh yeah.
That's
Very
one
polite.
take on it. Sure, that's one take on it.
Sure.
I don't know what your
Nice.
problem is.
Yeah, Shivs.
He was being very,
Next
very
time-
reasonable and accommodating.
Yeah, next time that I see the crazy dead guy again,
Yeah.
I'll ask him about it and get his opinion.
See, that's
Alright.
where Shiv sits too. Is like a big part of it is like the damage that he did to that colony, but then on the much more personal, like selfish note, it is you have personally harmed the people that I care about, and now I'm expected to work with like contingencies of the same kind of people, while it is still actively harming these people that I care about.
They were just
Fuck you.
defending from a hostile incursion.
See, this is something I do want to bring up real quick, because there was that moment at the end where Tavik looks over at August, and August is just not present,
Not
kind
there.
of.
Yeah.
And Tavik's just like, man, yup. And then he still had to be the one to sort of talk Shiv down. Didn't love any of that. Because it's just such a Tavik experience to be like, it's such a non-Tavik experience turned into a Tavik experience where he's like looks to someone for some level of sameness. He's not there. Okay.
Yeah.
And then immediately has to handle this. So it's push the shit down, ignore what we're feeling, let it go, do your job. That's what you're here for. Do the thing. So he did the thing, and they were very upset about it.
I feel like that could be a good conversation, honestly, for Tavik and August to talk about dealing with these guys.
Yeah.
And, in the context of everything that happened before.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a
You
very
guys haven't discussed much of any of it.
Nope.
No, I think we had one like half talk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything keeps happening.
Yeah.
What a mood.
Are weird
Mhm.
things happening to you? Yeah, kind of. What's that about? I don't fucking know. Good talk.
I don't know.
Good talk, bye. Tell
High
Shiv
five.
something. Okay, cool, bye. Good,
Yeah.
good.
With the two
good vibes.
people that don't know how to people are having to like try to people with each other.
Who
Uh-huh.
are we
Right.
kidding?
Yeah.
There's 4 of us here that don't know how to people, and then there's Logan.
That's true. That's true. Okay, wait. Hang on. But at
People.
least Athen can pretend to know how to people.
That's fair. Athen's making a
People.
solid go of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's the
he's
attempt.
got a very specific lane in which he's apparently very good at talking to people.
It's the look. It's making eyes at them.
Apparently.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, making eyes at him.
It's the
It's
smaller
the beard.
guys.
It's the beard and the smolder eyes.
Yeah.
Beard
Look
and
at
the
this,
smolder
look at
eyes.
this
Yeah. I mean,
fucking
listen.
grin. Every time, there's just a little shit-eating grin on your face.
On whose? Mine?
Yes, yours.
Every single
I
time.
love it.
Okay, like
I love it so much.
I don't often get to be the one that introduces chaos into a group. And I just had the perfect opportunity for it.
It was
We love it.
fantastic. It worked
Absolutely.
so well. We all lost.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, no notes.
I love us.
Damn.
I love us too. We good.
I cherish this group so much.
Great.
Excellent group. So much chemistry. You guys play off each other so very well.
Hey, good picking, Jack. You did great.
Took
Word.
a long time.
Fair.
Yeah, well, I think that's a good note to end on. Yeah, I mean, that's the hour mark according to OBS here. So we've been at this for quite a while. I know you guys are looking to get on with your evenings. This is definitely one of our longer after shows. So if you're still here with us, thank you for watching. A lot of fun insight. We've just been having fun talking, and I'm sure that's been apparent. But a lot of really fun insights here. Even more to talk about. I'm really excited to explore the ecosystem and see where all of these little breadcrumbs lead, because I'm dropping a lot of them. And I'm real excited. Probably next week, you all will get to meet Fleet Captain Tiana Baboros of the Hawkwood Company, as well as
If she's still there.
if she's still there, yeah. We'll see how the intervening 7 years unfold and what Inico 4 is like when you actually get there. Because that's a lot of time in between. Hey, we're sending some people because maybe danger. Okay, bye. And then 7 years go by.
Seriously.
Yeah, that is one little tidbit for myself, GM side of things here. That has been one of the most difficult things for me to conceptualize, how to actually manage and administer, for lack of a better word, an empire, a state that spans hundreds of light years in diameter and requires travel time of usually 5 years minimum. It's generally 5 light years between star to star, assuming that the next closest star has habitable planets or something worth terraforming, or just colonizing and dealing with the local environment. So you're looking at a minimum of 5 years, probably closer to 10, 15, 20, and then you turn around and go back. That is a lot of time for things to develop. How do you manage?
Yeah.
Because I've studied, a little background myself. I have a degree in ancient history. My particular focus was ancient warfare, Roman battle tactics and stuff like that, Greek battle tactics and whatnot. And even going so far up into some medieval stuff, and I did a lot with Revolutionary War. I really enjoyed following how war and the progression of war and strategy and tactics and how it's thought about and how it relates to society throughout the history of Earth. And then I'm thinking, okay, 12,000 years in the future,
Cool.
2 near extinction level apocalypses, and now I have to think about how war will be fought and what it means. Stretched out when it takes not 2 weeks to get to the battlefield, but 2 decades to get to the battlefield.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a lot.
That's insane.
But I'm having fun with it. And
I was gonna say, you are uniquely qualified to be running this game.
I hope so, because things are definitely going to develop. It's not called the Starcrier conflict for no reason.
Heck yeah. Are you saying we can't be friends with the Starcriers?
You can definitely be friends with the Starcriers.
Oh, I mean,
They were trying to hook us last time.
No, thank you.
They were
We don't
jacking
need
with my
that.
memory. It was kind of rude. I don't think there's any coming back from that.
I mean, what is truth? What is truth in a
Truly.
paracausal multiverse?
Yeah,
Sure they
but
will.
what is
It
truth when you can't trust your own perception? So like,
It truly has been fun. Sun's getting real low there, Chief. We're going into
just
existential
gonna
paradoxes there. No,
yeet their
Gonna
way
have
out
to
of that
pull the-
one.
gonna have to pull the
Welcome
ripcord on that one, bud.
What even is a ripcord, though? Really?
Listen,
That is.
I can show you, but it would be very rude to do so.
All right. And with that, folks, I think the TOS is pulling the curtain here. All right. No, I love it. I adore all of you guys. You give me so much to work with, and I have so much fun. Playing around with it and throwing it back and bouncing it back and forth. This has been a real fun after show. I really enjoyed our little talk here after this. It's been too long, so hopefully more and more frequent in the future. But I think that's what we're going to leave with tonight. Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for joining us well after our normal time slot commitment for this fabulous talk. And thank you guys at home for supporting. We will be back next week, no matter when you're watching this, hopefully next week, no matter where we are, for some more Starcrier conflict. And yeah, I am really looking forward to, again, something really different. I like making every one of these new missions something different, something more to play around with, see what you guys do with. So we will see what that looks like next time. Thanks for hanging out, and happy time zone, hard tomatoes, all that. Good night, folks.
6 seasons in a movie.